Good afternoon. My name is B. Smith, and I'm coming to you from the lovely home of Richard Ashby. And as you can see, he looks a little upset, and I'm here to interview him about his issue. According to our sources, he is a disgruntled Sprint user, and he's going to discuss that issue with us today. Mr. Richard Ashby, how are you today, sir?
How do I look?
Well, you look very disgruntled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sir, could you give us, I can see that you have some phones lined up on the table, and it looks like there are many of those phones on the table. If you would just give us a moment, Mr. Ashby, so we can get a better view.
Please, take your time.
Well, there are two Blackberries, two Samsungs, and
a Blackberry.
Oh, three Blackberries.
And another phone.
And a HTC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mr. Ashby, what seems to be the trouble, other than the fact that we know historically, lose phones?
Okay, here's the issue. I had this phone.
Okay.
This phone jumped in a pot of water.
All right.
Then I had this phone. And I don't know what happened to it. It tore itself up.
It tore itself up. Very interesting.
Yeah, and I went down to the Sprint store and I showed them the phone, and they said that there's no reason that an adult should have a phone that looked like this, and they refused to replace it.
Okay, I think that was reasonable.
Then I got another phone on my own.
Yes.
So this spot here is missing.
Oh, the empty spot. Yes,
right.
sir.
And that phone ran away. I didn't lose it. I don't know what happened to it, but it ran away.
It ran away.
So when that phone ran away, I got this phone.
Okay, let's get a close-up on that phone, Mr. Ashby.
Yes.
Well, it looks like a lovely phone.
Well, when that phone ran away, I called Sprint and told them that the phone ran away. And they said to get a replacement phone, and if I should find that phone, or if that phone come back home, then I'm okay. But if they don't find that phone, to call them up and they will replace that phone. So in the meantime, I activated this phone.
Okay. Now,
a week later, the phone didn't come home.
Okay.
So I called Sprint and said, the phone did not come home. Can I get another phone? Which was a Blackberry like this phone.
Oh.
So
let's see that Blackberry again, sir.
It was this type of Blackberry that ran away.
Okay.
So I called Sprint and said, if Blackberry did not return home, can I have another phone?
Yes.
They said yes. So then they sent me a phone past Wednesday. They sent me this phone.
Okay.
But they should have sent me a Blackberry.
Okay. Now explain to us why you should have received a Blackberry again versus the phone that they did send you.
Because my insurance paid for a Blackberry that ran away. This is a replacement phone. On this phone, you have to tap the letter 3 times to get to when you're texting. And you're like, I want B, I gotta go A, B. I want C, go A, B, C. I can't tap, that's too tedious. I want my Blackberry.
Woe is you. You're a man undone. Go right ahead, sir.
Don't get put out of my home. Okay, then they sent me this phone, which I don't want. I want a Blackberry.
Okay.
So I called them up.
Let's look at that phone. Hold that phone up, sir. Yeah,
So I called
Looks
Sprint
like
up.
a perfectly wonderful phone.
I called Sprint up and I said to them, I want a Blackberry. They apologized and said, we'll send you a Blackberry tomorrow. Thursday comes along.
Thursday, yes.
I get this phone in the mail.
Okay, now that looks like a Blackberry.
But it's the first Blackberry ever made. It got a little knob on here. This is old Blackberry, and it doesn't even have a camera.
It's not an updated Blackberry.
It's not an updated Blackberry.
Without a camera.
Without a camera.
And that was not your original phone? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Exactly. See this and this? See this? 2 different sizes, styles. Well, you can't see. There was a camera before it messed itself up.
Yes, of course.
I'm hearing some kind of, you're being facetious.
No, not me. No, I'm impartial. I'm just taking the recording.
Okay. So now, they sent this phone on Thursday.
Yes.
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
So I called them up and I explained to them that they sent me a phone without a camera and an outdated old version Blackberry. I don't want it. I want a Blackberry Bold or Curve, okay?
Which is what you had originally.
Which what I had
before you lost them, or they ran away, or whatever the case may be, they were destroyed. Yes, I understand. Please continue.
I'm trying not to tell you off.
Please don't tell me off. I don't have anything to do with this.
Thursday, they sent me this phone.
Yes.
I called them up. They said, okay, we cannot send you another phone because you have 2 phones.
And you do have 2 phones. Mm-hmm.
Right, but it's not my fault. You sent me 2 wrong phones.
Well, that's true. I do understand that. They shouldn't have sent you 2 wrong phones.
After about 8 or 9 calls, I got through to a supervisor, and the supervisor said, we will send you another BlackBerry.
Mr. Ashby, did you say 8 or 9 calls?
Yeah.
What happened that you had to make 8 or 9 calls?
I don't work with Sprint, you tell me. They were being belligerent, they were being unsympathetic, and they didn't want to send me another phone. They had the nerve to tell me, because I lost about 18 to 20 phones last year, that I was irresponsible.
Really?
And that, you know, it's not their fault that I'm getting the wrong phones. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yes, please, continue.
Facetious. I'm very facetious in your voice.
Oh, not me.
I'm smiling because I'm trying not to get mad. So anyway, they sent me this phone.
Yes.
After belittling me about my phone mishaps. So they said to me, we will send you another phone on Friday.
Yes.
If you send these 2 phones back.
Hallelujah.
So Friday comes.
Yes.
I have these 2 phones.
Yes.
Before I can get out to mail these 2 phones off, this phone comes.
You mean another BlackBerry?
Another BlackBerry comes on Friday morning.
You don't say.
This BlackBerry is the exact same model as this BlackBerry. They sent me another BlackBerry without a camera phone. It's the same phone. So, now I'm highly upset.
Yes.
So I call Sprint at 5 in the afternoon.
Yes.
I called them at least 25 times.
25
From
times.
5 o'clock to 10:47.
Wow.
I was hung up. I was laughed at. I was disconnected. I was lied to. I was abused. I was misused. At 10:47,
Mr. Ashby, do you need a tissue?
For what?
You look like you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
You're very facetious. You're really facetious. And this is a serious matter.
Well, it's not my goal. I'm trying to be helpful.
You're not helping. So Friday, they sent me this. It took me 20 or more calls. It took me from 5 o'clock to 10:47 to get somebody on the phone to say that they would mail me another BlackBerry.
Yes.
Yes. Now, during those 20, from 5 to 10 o'clock,
yes.
10:47, they said, Mr. Ashby, hold on, we'll get you a supervisor. This happened 6 times in a row. Hello, they want your phone number, they want your ID number, they want your name, and then they say, hold on, I get your supervisor. Hold on, I get your 6 times in a row. The 7th time I got to the supervisor, he says, hold on, I get your manager. They hang up.
Poor customer service.
That's what I'm saying. So
and those calls are a matter of record, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's what I kept telling them. Are you being facetious?
No, I'm serious.
That's what I kept saying. When I called them, I would say, I'm so frustrated. When I called them, I would tell them my name and my phone number and my ID number, and they would say, well, what are you calling for? And I would say, well, look it up. This is a matter of records. And then they would look it up, and then they would act like they don't know what it said. And at one point, they put me to a Spanish-speaking operator.
Well, that's quite all right.
I don't speak Spanish. Do I know like I speak Spanish?
Oh, they were actually speaking Spanish?
Yes. Like what? ¿Cómo se llama?
Oh, I see.
Me llamo Richard. What's your name? So, I speak a little Spanish.
Obviously.
Anyway, that's all I know how to say. I can curse you out in Spanish. You keep being facetious.
I'm not trying to be facetious, and God forbid you curse me out.
So then, I make these Facebook posts. You got people like Patricia Jones, Evan Ferguson, Ernest Haywood, Rosalind, DJ, and a host of others making these wise guy cracks over at my expense. They don't understand what it is to lose your phone.
No, obviously not. Not 28 phones. No, not many people know what that is.
Are you being facetious?
Mr. Richard Ashby, please continue.
So yeah, I got my friends on Facebook who don't understand, who's not giving me any sympathy, and this is going to be a social network.
So now you're lambasting Facebook as well as Sprint?
You being facetious.
I'm just asking a question, which is my job.
I'm not lambasting anybody.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that.
Well, are you complaining about Facebook as well as Sprint?
I'm just sympathy for Sprint, Facebook, or you.
You
Listen,
may-
what was your name again?
B. Smith, ma'am. Sir.
B. Smith, you need to be quiet while I tell you about this. What's going on?
Well, you know, I could offer you some valerian root. I think you're going to need some in a little while.
So, listen. So now they're supposed to be sending me a BlackBerry Bowl tomorrow via FedEx.
Okay.
But in the meantime,
Yes.
now I had a meeting yesterday in New York.
Yes.
A very important meeting.
Very important meeting.
Which I could have used. Are you being facetious?
I am not.
Which I could have used my BlackBerry to refer to some notes from my, not this BlackBerry. Well, I could have used a BlackBerry, a working BlackBerry up to date to refer to.
Yes.
But I didn't have it. So I feel, rightfully so, that I should get some monetary compensation.
Well, when you called Sprint and told them that, what did they tell you?
They said, no, it's not their fault that I lost 28 phones.
Okay.
But it's their fault that they sent me 1, 2, 3 phones 3 days in succession.
Now, I must concur that it is not their fault that you lost 28 phones.
You get paid by Sprint.
But on the other hand, let me say this. You should have gotten the phone that you requested the first time. To have 3 brand new phones and sitting in front of you right now, and we'll just take a shot of those for all our viewers to see. And neither of them are Sprint. Neither of them are the original phone that you insured for.
Exactly. Now you're getting the picture.
That's a problem.
Yes. That's all I have to say.
Well, listen, Mr. Ashby, we want to thank you for your comments, and it was a pleasure meeting you and learning all about your
Let me show you to the door. You've been facetious.
cell phone saga.
Out.
Well, Mr. Ashby, there's no need to get belligerent.
Out.
Mr. Ashby, hello? Hello?
Yeah, whatever.
Hello?
See you later.
Mr. Ashby, was that $10 on the ground?
Where?
Wait a minute.
Don't wait on the grill.
Thank you and goodbye.